The very first step of product entrepreneurship is not having a genius idea. It's finding a real problem that is already hurting people and is not being solved well.
Think about Uber Eats. I want food, but I don't have to leave the couch. Everyone gets it right away. That is a good need. Now compare that with the iPhones. Steve Jobs didn't just make a phone, he changed how the world thinks about phones. That kind of market education is insanely risky. Most founders cannot copy that. So in this video, let's try to do a product entrepreneurship. Step 1. Pick a demand. Recently, I keep seeing videos on YouTube and TikTok about homeless people in the US and refugees in Europe. Some of them get put into hotels, burning through taxpayers' money, but many more are just squeezed into tents with zero dignity. What does that tell us? It tells us that housing is a massive, badly solved problem here. We want these people to live with basic dignity, but you cannot keep buying five-star hotel rooms with taxpayers' money forever. Step 2. Find inspiration. One day you see Elon Musk on social media saying that he sometimes lives in a 33.5 square meter modular house made by Boxabl. It's compact, it's full, it's shipped easily. On paper it looks perfect as emergency housing. But here's the problem. The starting price is about $60,000. So here's an entrepreneurial question. Can we build a low spec version that still gives people safety and dignity but at a much lower cost? That's the starting point of our product experiment. Step 3. From inspiration to design. Your first stop isn't a factory, it's a design firm. They turn your idea into a complete set of blueprints. The layout, the structure, the dimension, and the utilities. At the end of the stage, all you have is a stack of drawings. The real difficulty starts now. Step 4. Putting your suppliers on the field. Now you need to coordinate a whole ecosystem of factories. A factory for structural steel and chassis, design, cutting, welding, anti-corruption coding, every calculation has to be right. A company for composite panels and installations, FRP, PU, rockwood combined with both warm and fire resistant. A factory for automobile grade exterior painting so the surface survives years of sun, rain, and salt water. A window and door factory, big floor to ceiling windows with thermal break aluminum, double glazing, anti-condensation design. A factory for interior wall and ceiling panel, click lock module that looks good and install fast. A floor factory SPC and one-piece waterproof flooring that is anti-slip, durable, and flexible enough for transport. A custom furniture factory, bed, cabinets, storage for two bedrooms, and a tiny living room, squeezing value out of every inch. A factory for the integrated bathroom pod, toilet, shower, ventilation, drain, waterproofing, all in one sealed unit that does not leak. A factory for kitchen module, sink, faucet, cooktop, range of hood, and etc. All sized and powered to match the electronical system. A factory for wiring and electrical panels, pre-assembled cables, RCDs, and distribution boxes. A factory for AC and fresh air systems, balancing energy use, noise, and comfort in a tiny enclosed space. A factory for smart hardware, door lock, switches, sensors that can be managed remotely, but are still simple enough for anyone to use. If you want off-grid capacity, one more factory for solar panel, inverter, and battery storage, co-designing the roof, the mounting, and all of electrical interfaces. And finally, a hardware metalwork factory, stairs, railings, supporting legs, corner fitting, turning you can live in it into you can live it in it safely, stably, and move it when needed. That's the real capacity, hiding behind just make a small modular house.
Step 5. Test, fail, fix, repeat. Having design and factories is not the end. It's the middle. You build a prototype and then you run tests. Waterproof test, thermal installation test, noisy test, full unit lifting test, long distance transport test. Every failure in testing sends you back to redesign, changing materials, changing processes, and every tiny little change ripples across several factories at once. That's what it really means to get a product right. If you try to do all of this in the US, these factories are probably scattered across multiple states. In Europe, they might even sit in different countries, within different standards, cultures, working rhythms. Just coordination and logistics alone become a mega project. In China, it's different game. In many industrial clusters, you can find all of these players within a 100-kilometer radius. You put them into one group chat and go from design, prototyping, massive production into a speed and cost structure that is very hard to replicate elsewhere. That's why Chinese companies are already building Boxabl style modular house for roughly one third of the price. This modular housing example here is to show you two things. Product entrepreneurship is not having an idea plus fund a factory. It's an entire system and a whole supply chain working together. If you log on to a real demand and you build it in China, you can leverage a supply chain that lets you turn your idea into a real profitable business faster and cheaper than almost anywhere else. I'm Jason Shu. If you want to see more breakdowns of how Chinese supply chain actually work, hit follow and I will see you in the next video.